That's cool and all, but did you know SpaghettiOs, known in the United Kingdom by generic terms spaghetti hoops, spaghetti loops, or spaghetti rings, is an American brand of canned pasta and tomato sauce. It is marketed to parents as less messy than regular spaghetti. More than 150 million cans of SpaghettiOs are sold each year. Variations have included meatballs, pieces of processed meat resembling hot dog slices, beef-filled ravioli, and calcium-fortified spaghetti, among others.
That's great and all, but were you not aware that the Super Mario Bros. Super Show is a 1989 American television series conceived by Andy Hayward, produced by Deke Enterprises and Saban Entertainment, and distributed by Viacom Enterprises in the United States, airing from September 4th to December 1st, 1989? The series was based upon Nintendo's Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. 2, and was the first of 3 television series to be based upon the Mario video game series.
Yeah, but did you know Garfield and Friends is an American animated television series based on the comic strip Garfield by Jim Davis and ran on CBS Saturday mornings from September 17th, 1988 to December 10th, 1994, with reruns airing until October 7th, 1995, and 7 seasons of the series were produced?
That's great and all, but were you not aware that SpongeBob SquarePants is an American animated comedy television series created by marine science educator and animator Steven Hillenburg for Nickelodeon? The series chronicles the adventures and endeavors of the title character and his aquatic fans in the fictional underwater city Bikini Bottom, the 5th longest running American animated series. Its popularity has made it a media franchise. It is the highest rated series to air on Nickelodeon and Viacom CBS domestic media networks' most distributed property. As of late 2017, the media franchise has generated $13 billion in merchandising revenue for Nickelodeon.
That's cool and all, but did you know that Luigi's Mansion is a launch title for the Nintendo GameCube initially released in 2001, and the first installment of the Luigi's Mansion series? It marks the second time where Luigi is the main character, with Mario playing a supporting role, the first being Mario is Missing. A sequel to this game, titled Luigi's Mansion: Dark Moon, was released for Nintendo 3DS family systems in 2013, with a third installment released on the Nintendo Switch on October 31st, 2019. The game marks the debuts of King Boo, Luigi's main antagonist, as well as Professor Elvin Gadd, a major supporting character in the series.
That's amazing, but did you know that The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3, also known as Super Mario Bros. 3, Adventures of Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Adventures, Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3, Adventures of Super Mario Brothers 3, and Super Mario was the second cartoon of Deke Entertainment's Super Mario trilogy, loosely based upon the game of the same name? Aired Saturday mornings on NBC alongside Captain and the Game Master, the show served as a bit of a turning point to the Super Mario trilogy, where unlike the Super Mario Bros. Super Show before it, the Mushroom Kingdom is shown in a more peaceful state, and there is no live action segment at the beginning or end of an episode, and King Koopa does not use alter egos or employ any of Wart's minions. Numerous enemies from Super Mario Bros. 3 carry over into this series, such as the Koopa Kids, who are portrayed with solid personalities and original names to reflect them. The series has been released on DVD by Shout Factory and MRA Entertainment, also responsible for the DVD releases of the Super Mario.
I agree with your statement, but did you ever realize that The Garfield Show is a French-American CGI animated television series created by Jim Davis and produced by Dark Out Media and Paws Incorporated? Based on the American comic strip Garfield, also created by Davis, the animated series focuses on a new series of adventures for the characters of Garfield, Odie, and their owner John Arbuckle, alongside staple characters from the strip and a number of unique additions for the program. Both Davis and producer Mark Evanier, who previously wrote episodes for the 1988 animated series Garfield and Friends, co-wrote stories for the program, with the cast including Frank Welker, Wally Ringert, Julie Payne, Jason Marsden, and Greg Berger. Welker and Berger had previously voiced various characters in Garfield and Friends. The animated series premiered on the 22nd of December 2008 in France and November 2nd, 2009 in the United States. It ran for 5 seasons, with its last episode airing in America on October 24th, 2016. Avenir stated shortly afterward that it was on hiatus. On August 6, 2019, an untitled Nickelodeon series based on Garfield comic strip was announced.
Yeah, but did you know that the Railway series is a set of British storybooks about a railway system located on the fictional island of Sodor? There are 42 books in the series, the first being published in 1945. 26 were written by the Reverend Wilbert Awdry up to 1972. A further 16 were written by his son Christopher Awdry, 14 between 1983 and 1996, and 2 more in 2007 and 2011.
I agree with your statement, but did you ever realize that Gorge?
That's pretty epic, but did you know that Mario Party 2 is the second main installment in the Mario Party series for the Nintendo 64? Mario and the gang are fighting for the rights for a new amusement park. The objective is simple and similar to the previous Mario Party: obtain stars and defeat Bowser. This game introduces the first use of collectible items in Mario Party's history. The first game had items, but they simply added optional rules or game modes to the game. Each board has its own tricks and turns, and the playable characters as well as Bowser wear different outfits based on the theme of the board. Battle, item, and duel minigames are introduced in Mario Party 2. Battle minigames give every player a chance to win 70% of the stock jackpot taken from players, usually a set amount. The top 2 get a 70-30 share, while the bottom 2 get nothing. A leftover coin is given randomly. Additionally, players can no longer lose coins in normal minigames. Also, the players now have the option to practice minigames, which will later be featured in all future installments. The game was later re-released on the Wii's Virtual Console in Japan in November 2010, and in North America, Europe, and Australia in December 2010, and the Wii U's Virtual Console in Japan in March 2016, in Europe and Australia in April 2016, and in North America in December 2016, making Mario Party 2 the first Mario Party game to be making Mario Party 2 the first Mario Party game to be released on the Virtual Console. It is currently the only home console Mario Party game to be available through the Virtual Console. It is also the first of the 3 Mario Party games to be re-released for the Wii U's Virtual Console, the others being Mario Party Advance and Mario Party DS.
Are we just copy and pasting with the articles? Wikipedia, the free online encyclopedia that anyone can edit.
Yes, we are, and I'll have you know that Super Mario World is an American, Canadian, Italian children's animated television series based on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System game of the same name. It is the third and most recent animated series based on the Mario video game series, with the other 2 being the Super Mario Bros. Super Show and the Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3. 13 episodes of the show were aired as part of a block with Captain and the Game Master called Captain N and the New Super Mario World on NBC. Just like the Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3, the show is produced by Deke Animation City, Nintendo of America, and Rete Italia S.p.A. in association with the Spanish network Telecinco, who licensed the characters and game to Deke. It was animated by the Chinese animation studio Pacific Rim Production Incorporated.
While your statement is quite supported, I also know that King Boo is the leader of the Boos and Ghosts, ruler of the paranormal dimension, the main antagonist of the Luigi's Mansion series, and the arch-nemesis of Luigi. He is also an ally of Bowser, who has aided him in his various schemes. He is more than capable of devising and enacting villainous plans by himself, including his capture and imprisonment of Mario. Although not the biggest Boo, King Boo has abilities that far surpass that of the average ghost. He wields a number of impressive magical abilities, including the ability to materialize objects. King Boo's magical power is directly proportional to the number of Boos in his vicinity.
That's cool and all, but Pope Gregory I, Latin Gregorius I, circa 540 to March 12, 604, commonly known as Saint Gregory the Great, was the Bishop of Rome from September 3, 590 to his death. He is known for instigating the first recorded large-scale mission from Rome, the Gregorian mission, to convert the then pagan Anglo-Saxons in England to Christianity. Gregory was also well known for his writings, which were more prolific than those of any of his predecessors as Pope. The epithet Saint Gregory the Dialogist has been attached to him in Eastern Christianity because of his dialogues. English translations of Eastern texts sometimes list him as Gregory Dialogos, or the Anglo-Latin equivalent, Dialogus.
That's cool and all, but Disney's Toontown Online, commonly known as Toontown Online or Toontown, was a 3D massively multiplayer online role-playing game based on cartoon Animal World, developed by Disney's virtual reality studio and a word I don't know how to pronounce, published by Walt Disney Company.
That's awesome, but Club Penguin was a massively multiplayer online game, MMO, involving a virtual world that contained a range of online games and activities. It was created by New Horizon Interactive, now known as Disney Canada Inc. Players used cartoon penguin avatars and played in a Winterset virtual world. After beta testing, Club Penguin was made available to the general public on October 24, 2005 and expanded into a large online community, such that by late 2007, it was claimed by Club Penguin had over 30 million user accounts. In July 2013, Club Penguin had over 200 million registered user accounts.
That's neat, but Good and Evil is the second studio album released by the American rock band Tally Hall. It was said that this album would have been considered Tally Hall's debut with Atlantic Records, since the previous release was merely a re-release of their first album, Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum. Due to unknown circumstances, however, it was released on June 21st, 2011 under their original label, Quack Media.
While I do agree with your statement, it must be said that Kirby, Japanese, Hepburn, KB, Japanese pronunciation, left square bracket cabby right square bracket, is the titular protagonist of the Kirby series of video games owned by Nintendo and HAL Laboratory. As one of Nintendo's most famous and familiar icons, Kirby's round appearance and ability to copy his those powers has made him a well-known figure in video games, consistently ranked as one of the most iconic video game characters. He first appeared in 1992 in Kirby's Dream Land for the Game Boy. Originally a placeholder, created by Masahiro Sakurai, at the age of 19, for the game's early development, he has, since then, starred in over 20 games, ranging from action platformers to puzzle, racing, and even pinball, and has been featured as a playable fighter in all Super Smash Bros. Games. He has also starred in his own anime and manga series. Since 1999, he has been voiced by Makiko Amano.
That is very true, but did you know that Roblox is an online game platform and game creation system that allows users to program games and play games created by other users? Founded by David Baszucki and Eric Castle in 2004 and released in 2006, the platform hosts user-created games of multiple genres coded in the programming language Lua. For most of Roblox's history, it was relatively small both as a platform and a company, due to both co-founder Baszucki's lack of interest in press coverage and it being lost among the crowd in a large number of platforms released around the same time. Roblox began to grow rapidly in the second half of the 2010s, and this growth has been accentuated by the COVID-19 pandemic. Roblox is free to play, with in-game purchases available through a virtual currency called Robux. As of August 2020, Roblox has over 164 million monthly active users, with it being played by over half of all children aged under 16 in the United States. Roblox has received generally positive reviews from critics.
Thanks for that info, but Minecraft is a sandbox game developed by Mojang. The game was created by Marcus Notch Persson in the Java programming language. Following several early test versions, it was released as a paid public alpha for personal computers in 2009 before releasing in November 2011, with Jens Bergensten taking over development. Minecraft has since been ported to several other platforms and is the best-selling video game of all time, with 200 million copies sold and 126 monthly active users as of 2020.
By the way, Rising Storm 2 is a tactical first-person shooter video game developed by Antimatter Games and Tripwire Interactive, and is co-published by Tripwire Interactive and Iceberg Interactive. It is a direct sequel to 2013's Rising Storm, and is set during the Vietnam War, placing emphasis on asymmetric gameplay. The game was released worldwide for Microsoft Windows through digital distribution platform Steam on May 30th, 2017.
You guys do bring up some good points, but were you aware that the SpongeBob movie Sponge on the Run is a 2020 American live-action computer-animated adventure comedy film based on the animated television series SpongeBob SquarePants? Directed and written by series developer and former series writer Tim Hill, who co-wrote the story with Jonathan Abel and Glenn Berger, is the first film in the franchise to be fully animated and stylized CGI rather than traditional 2D animation. The regular voice cast of the series reprised their respective roles from the series in the previous films, and the plot follows the origin of how SpongeBob met Gary the Snail and SpongeBob's quest to rescue him after he is kidnapped. It is the third theatrical film based on the series, following the first in 2004 and the second in 2015. The film is dedicated to creator Stephen Hillenburg, who died in 2018.
To add on to your argument, Bartholomew Judge Simpson is a fictional character in the American animated television series The Simpsons and part of the Simpson family. He is voiced by Nancy Cartwright and first appeared on television in the Tracy Ullman Show short, Good Night. On April 19th, 1987, cartoonist Matt Groening created and designed Bart while waiting in the lobby of James L. Brooks' office. Groening had been called to pitch a series of shorts based on his comic strip Life in Hell, but instead decided to create a new set of characters. The rest of the characters were named after Groening's family members. Bart's name is an anagram of the word brat. After appearing on the Tracy Ullman Show for 3 years, the Simpson family received its own series on Fox, which debuted December 17th, 1989. Bart has appeared in every Simpsons episode except 4 Great Women and a Manicure.
I really like Garfield Caught in the Act is a 1995 side-scrolling platform video game originally developed and published by Sega for the Sega Genesis. Versions for the Sega Game Gear and PC were also released. It is based upon Jim Davis's comic strip Cat Garfield and draws inspiration from Davis's 1984 book Garfield His 9 Lives. After Odie scared Garfield while watching television and ending up falling on the TV, both characters attempt to repair it before John Arbuckle catches them. However, the thrown spare parts become an electronic monster known as the Glitch, transporting Garfield into the TV, and he must defeat him in order to get out.
I agree with everything you said, but might I add that Spyro Year of the Dragon is a platform game developed by Insomniac Games and published by Sony Computer Entertainment for the PlayStation. Year of the Dragon is the 3rd installment in the Spyro series. The game was the last Spyro game Insomniac developed. Their next title would be Ratchet & Clank for the PlayStation 2. It was released in North America and for PAL regions in October and November 2000 respectively, but unlike the other 2 games, it was not given a Japanese release.
Did you know SpongeBob SquarePants Legend of the Lost Spatula is a platform action video game developed by Vicarious Visions and published by THQ for the Game Boy Color handheld game console? The game was released in the United States on March 14, 2001 and in Europe on May 4, 2001. The game's story centers on SpongeBob SquarePants, a sea sponge who lives in the undersea town of Bikini Bottom and works for Mr. Krabs as the fry cook for the Krusty Krab fast food restaurant. SpongeBob is destined to become the ocean's greatest fry cook and must embark on a quest to retrieve a golden spatula from the Flying Dutchman, a pirate ghost. The game features platforming style gameplay as well as many characters from the television series.
Okay, but Ratchet & Clank is a 3D platform video game developed by Insomniac Games and published by Sony Computer Entertainment for the PlayStation 2 in 2002. Ratchet & Clank is the first game in the series and proceeds going commando.
Did you know? SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom is a platformer video game based on the Nickelodeon animated series SpongeBob SquarePants, developed by Heavy Iron Studios, Wii Games, and Vicarious Visions, and published by THQ. The game was released for the PS2, Xbox, GameCube, and consoles, as well as separate version for PC and Game Boy Advance. While versions released for consoles were a 3D platformer, the PC version of the game is a minigame compilation, and the Game Boy Advance version is a 2D platformer.
Okay, we need to stop.
Very true, but may I suggest that The Wacky World of Tex Avery, French,
Le Monde Fou de Tex Avery,
is an animated television series created by Robbie London and co-produced by
M6 Metropole Television.
Both the series and the titular character were named after Tex Avery, a cartoonist who is known for his work at Warner Bros. And MGM. The creator describes the show as homage to the brilliant, hilarious, and groundbreaking animator Tex Avery and the wonderful squash and stretch cartoons of his era. The series was first broadcast on French channel M6 on September 3rd, 1997, followed by its broadcast in the United States on September 29th through syndication, where it mainly aired on Fox and UPN Studios at the time.
That's cool and all, but the 12th season of the American animated television series SpongeBob SquarePants, created by former marine biologist and animator Steven Hellenberg, began airing on Nickelodeon in the United States on November 11, 2018. The series chronicles the exploits and adventures of the title character and his various friends in the fictional underwater city of Bikini Bottom. The season was executive produced by series creator Hellenberg. The showrunners for this season are Mark Cizzarelli and Vincent Waller, who are also the co-executive producers.
That's cool and all, but Mickey Mouse is an American animated television series produced by Disney Television Animation featuring Disney cartoon characters Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, Daisy Duck, Goofy, and Pluto, and contemporary settings such as Paris, Venus, Tokyo, and New York. The series has the slapstick feel of the earliest Mickey Mouse shorts, while providing a modern update, and presents Mickey in a broad range of humorous situations that showcase his pluck and rascality, along with his long-believed charm and good-heartedness.
A valid point, but don't forget that Garfield Gets Real, also known as Garfield 3D in some regions, is a 2007 American CGI movie starring Garfield. It was produced by Paws Inc. in cooperation with Davis Entertainment and the Animation Picture Company, and distributed by 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment. It was written by Garfield's creator Jim Davis, who started working on the script in autumn of 1996. This was the first fully animated Garfield production since the last Garfield and Friends TV episode aired in 1994, and the first to be written by Davis since the 1991 television special Garfield Gets a Life. The movie was released in cinemas August 9th, 2007, and the DVD was shipped to stores on November 20th, 2007.
That's absolutely spectacular, but Garfield, Tale of Two Kitties, released in some countries as Garfield 2, is a 2006 live-action computer-animated comedy film directed by Tim Hill and written by Joel Cohen and Alex Sokolow. It is the sequel to the 2004 film Garfield the Movie. The film stars Breckin Meyer and Jennifer Love Hewitt reprising their roles as John Arbuckle and Dr. Liz Wilson, respectively, and Bill Murray reprising his role as the voice of Garfield. New British cast members include Billy Connolly, Ian Abercrombie, Roger Rees, Lucy Davis, and Oliver Muirhead in live-action roles, and Tim Curry, Bob Hoskins, Rees Ifans, Vinnie Jones, Joe Pasquale, Richard E. Grant, Jane Leaves, and Roscoe Lee Brown as the British voices of the film's new animal characters. In the film, Garfield, Odie, Liz, and John travel to the United Kingdom, where Prince, another cat that looks exactly like Garfield, is ruling over a castle after the death of his owner. His reign is soon jeopardized by an evil aristocrat who plans to remodel the castle into condominiums, destroy the estate, and get rid of Prince.
Now wait just a minute, how could you forget Jonathan Q. Arbuckle was a fictional character from the Garfield comic strip created by Jim Davis. He has also appeared in the animated television series Garfield and Friends, the computer-animated The Garfield Show, and 2 live-action computer-animated feature films. A geeky and clumsy man yet caring owner, John is the owner of Garfield and Odie.
I have nothing to say other than Fat Albert is a 2004 American live-action animated comedy film based on the 1972 Filmation animated television series Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, created by Bill Cosby. Kenan Thompson stars as the title character. Fat Albert transforms the cartoon characters into 3-dimensional humans who have to come to grips with the differences that exist between their world and the real world. The film acts as a continuation of the series. Fat Albert and the gang leave their 1970s cartoon world and enter the 2000s real world to help a teenage girl, Doris Robertson, deal with the challenges of being hated. The film was released on December 25th, 2004 and grossed $48 million against a $45 million budget. Fat Albert is one of the final works that Bill Cosby filmed before several women made sexual assault accusations against him in 2014. It has a 23% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which calls it bland but good-natured in its critical consensus.
That's interesting, but just remember, Discord is an American VoIP, instant messaging, and digital distribution platform designed for creating communities. Users communicate with voice calls, video calls, text messaging, media and files, and private chats, or as part of communities called servers. Servers are a collection of persistent chat rooms and voice chat channels. Discord runs on Windows, Mac OS, Android, iOS, Linux, and in web browsers. As of July 21st, 2019, there are over 250 million users on the software.
That's interesting, but just remember, Goofy Goof, more commonly known as Goofy, is a funny animal cartoon character created in 1932 at Walt Disney Animation Studios. Goofy is a tall, anthropomorphic dog who typically wears a turtleneck and vest, with pants, shoes, white gloves, and a tall hat originally designed as a rumpled fedora. Goofy is a close friend of Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. He is normally characterized as hopelessly clumsy and dim-witted, yet this interpretation is not always definitive. Occasionally, Goofy is shown as intuitive and clever, albeit in his own unique, a word I don't know how to pronounce, way.
True. Also, I should inform you that Felix the Cat is a funny animal cartoon character created in the silent film era. An anthropomorphic black cat with wide eyes, a black body, and a giant grin, he is one of the most recognized cartoon characters in film history. Felix was the first animated character to attain a level of popularity sufficient to draw movie audiences. Felix originated from the studio of Australian cartoonist/film entrepreneur Pat Sullivan. Either Sullivan himself or his lead animator, American Otto Mesmer, created the character. What is certain is that Felix emerged from Sullivan's studio, and cartoons featuring the character enjoyed success and popularity in popular culture. Aside from the animated shorts, Felix starred in a comic strip drawn by Sullivan, Mesmer, and later John Oriolo, beginning in 1923, and his image soon adorned merchandise such as ceramics, toys, and postcards. Several manufacturers made stuffed Felix toys. Jazz bands such as Paul Whiteman's played songs about him. 1923's Felix Kept on Walking, and others.
True. Also, I don't want to alarm you, but Donald Duck is a U.S. cartoon character from Walt Disney Company. Donald is a white anthropomorphic duck with a yellow-orange bill, legs, and feet. He usually wears a sailor shirt, cap, and red bow tie, but no trousers, except when he goes swimming. Donald's most famous personality trait is his easily provoked and explosive temper. Donald Duck has been officially honored as the third most popular cartoon character of all time, with Bugs Bunny of Warner Brothers Looney Tunes and fellow Disney creation Mickey Mouse who's number one, sadly.
Off topic, but Skype is a telecommunications application that specializes in providing video chat and voice calls between computers, tablets, mobile devices, the Xbox One console, and smartwatches over the internet. Skype also provides instant messaging services. Users may transmit text, video, audio, and images. Skype allows video conference calls. At the end of 2010, there were over 660 million worldwide users, with over 300 million estimated active each month as of August 2015. At one point in February 2012, there were 34 million users concurrently online on Skype. In March 2020, Skype was used by 100 million people on a monthly basis and by 40 million people on a daily basis. That was a 70% increase in the number of daily users from the previous month due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Watch Crafted give birth.